Kendrick Perkins should have been in the dunk contest last night. Watch what he does here on this first play of the game. Look at that speed. Ooh! I didn't know Kendrick Perkins was that fast. I didn't know he had that much vertical. Kendrick Perkins looking like Blake Griffin on the first play of the game. And he's not done. He's going to get another tip slam. 2 tip slams in a row? Come on, 2K. Let me get to the topic at hand. Should Crew come back for NBA 2K13? I know this seems like a very easy question, but in my opinion, I don't think Crew should come back in 2K13 if it's going to be exactly like it was in 2K11. So let me explain that in this video. The idea of Crew mode is amazing. You control one player online. It's your my player. You got your friends on your team controlling their my players. You're leveling up. You're earning experience points offline so you can use them online so that you can play other teams that are doing the same thing. The idea is amazing. But it turns out that the game mode has the worst gameplay out of any other game modes in 2K. The gameplay is horrible in Crew. It's terrible. Let's be real. It's exploit city in Crew games. Everybody is abusing the game. They're reaching in the backcourt. Hop steps. 5,000 pump fakes in the paint. If there was Crew in 2K12, people would be doing that post-exploit. People will be doing the up and unders all the time, the spin layups. The gameplay is awful. And on top of all of that, practically everybody that you play doesn't even have realistic players. They didn't even earn their attributes. Everybody's glitching. Everybody's a 99. There's people that are 10 feet tall. And you know that they're going to do that again. Before 2K13 is even released in stores, somebody's going to upload a YouTube video of their 99 rated my player. And it's a problem because the exploits are already a problem in 2K. But when you have players that are 99 in everything doing the exploits, it really just ruins the gameplay. It's not fun because let's say you're playing a quick game. Or let's say you're playing Team Up online or something like that. There's star players that get abused like LeBron and Wade and Kobe and Durant, etc., etc. There's a lot of really good players with great ratings. But even these players are not 99 in everything. They're not. They have some 99 ratings, but they're not 99 across the board in everything. When you're playing in Crew, everybody is a 99 because everybody's glitching. And this is a problem. So I have 2 solutions for 2K that could fix that game mode. The second one's really good. The first one might be easier to do. Solution number 1. We should be able to challenge any crew in the game. There should also be a private match where we can challenge crews, where we can change sliders, change the difficulty. That way, if the public games are being glitched by 10-foot players and 99s, the game mode is not destroyed because we can still play the game. We can still play it in a private match, and we can play against our friends or other people that we know that are like us, that aren't trying to abuse and glitch. And then what they can do in the private setting is make it so that you don't have to be in a crew to play. What do I mean by that? Let's say you go into the private crew lobby, you import your player, and let's say in your crew, let's say in my crew, Luke is in my crew, for example. Even though Luke is in my crew, in the private match, Luke could be on the other team. So I could play against Luke in a crew game in a private match, even though he's on my crew. for the public match. So you could mix and match players. You could play with your friends, against your friends. Could you imagine how good the gameplay could be in a private setting, playing with the right people? You could actually inbound the ball and come up the court without people constantly reaching the entire way. And in my last video, I was talking about how the timeouts in 2K aren't realistic. So here's an example. I just called a timeout 7 minutes and 30 seconds because Bosch was going to get a 3-second violation. He was in the paint setting a pick, and I know that that's going to glitch it. So I'm speeding the game up here so you can see that I didn't edit anything. But look at the time. There's 7 minutes and 22 seconds. Now watch this. They call a timeout 12 seconds later. Why? There's not going to be any substitution, nothing. We called a timeout 12 seconds ago, and then they just called another timeout. And the reason they did that is because of how the momentum works in this game. So when we called the timeout, we stopped momentum and put it in our favor. So then 12 seconds later, the CPU's like, okay, we got to call a timeout to get the momentum back on our side. You see, so in my last video, everybody was like, Smoove, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know basketball. Coaches call timeouts like this all the time. Like when I was complaining about how they call timeouts. That right there, calling a timeout 12 seconds later, is unrealistic. Back to solution 1 for crews. I'm pretty sure that the online league community, most of them would start to play in crew leagues. They would make crew leagues and they would play, and the gameplay would be amazing. I mean, you could run plays. You wouldn't have to run the terrible plays that 2K comes up with because there's going to be 5 people and you're all controlling them. You just communicate and you say, okay, set a screen here, go there, baseline screen, whatever. So with the right community of players in the private setting, the gameplay would resemble real basketball. It wouldn't be this arcadey hop step, all this cheese that's going on in the regular crew lobbies. Now it's time for solution 2. It's genius. I'm not sure if they'll be able to do it, but here we go. Your online and offline My Player are totally different. The only thing you could bring with you online would be your animation, your signature moves, but your attributes online would be earned online. So every time you play a game online in crew, you get skill points, and then you in turn use those skill points to build up your player for online play. And your online player would not be saved on your hard drive, it would be on 2K servers. So it would be like Modern Warfare 3. You'd be leveling up, prestiging, you'd get your attributes up in a realistic way. There'd be no way to hack your attributes because it's all on their servers. There's no way for you to go in and give yourself 1 billion skill points because all your skill points and all your data is stored online, just like in Modern Warfare 3. So tell me what you think about that solution to the My Player hacking. I think it would work. Let me know.